Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, including the monthly report about Eminem that's always got social media shook when they spot Eminem at the top, where questions are always asked. Who the F is playing Eminem unbelievable? So in essence, the report is always bound to pop a few bubbles, and we've been at every step so far to cover these reactions. Today we also have what looks to be an indication that Eminem's preparing to drop an album anytime from now, at least according to some fans, based on historical data, and we'll get to why that is in a bit. Before we get started, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So first of all, Drake's CLB rollout is at full throttle, and remember, according to previous insider info, Eminem was waiting for Kanye and Drake to clear the queue. And so far, I've gotta be honest, I love what I see for CLB. Billboards have popped up in major cities stretching as far as those in West Africa like Nigeria, and in Lagos it says, "Hey Nigeria, Tems is on CLB." One popped up in New York and it goes, "Hey New York, the GOAT is on CLB, perhaps Jay-Z or Nas." And all these just shows how Eminem's been missing out with promo around the world. He's the biggest US rapper in Africa and Asia, but never did anything like what Drake just did in Lagos, Nigeria, which is quite impressive to be honest. Imagine that in New Delhi. Where's Paul when you need him? Now moving on to the main topic today, the monthly report about YouTube stats just dropped. Rappers with the most YouTube views for the month of August. And it's just like when Doja Cat broke Eminem's recent streak of #1s that Tyler and J. Cole couldn't break when they released their albums. And Eminem is #2 with 311 million views for the month. But first, as usual, we got reactions from the shocked ones. Even if I don't like Eminem all that much, this is freaking impressive, considering the last video on his channel was a remix from 3 months ago, and Doja Cat's been bringing output pretty regularly. And another user expands, Eminem is really impressive, and some are wondering because something doesn't add up. Twitter told me that nobody listens to Eminem, but back to this reaction it was under that we found someone trying to change the narrative, as after these users stated that Eminem being at 311 million is freaking impressive because Doja Cat's been active lately, a user states, Doja Cat just released an album, before that she was still the highest, lol. And to this, that user responds, yeah, but still, Doja Cat is experiencing a huge hype right now, whereas Eminem doesn't. I'm just talking about the longevity that is impressive. But was this statement actually true? We explore, and not to take anything from Doja since she's done what Tyler and J. Cole couldn't do, which is take the top spot from Eminem recently. But nonetheless, let's take a look at the actual data before she dropped her new album. The user claims she was highest before she dropped, but actual facts show something entirely different. Rollout for her album started in April, and she dropped her album June, and this is actually the period she started getting more views than Eminem, 1.01 billion views for Eminem in this period, compared to Doja's 1.27 billion. And you can see that for the year, Eminem has been ahead all this time. In the last 12 months, 4.45 billion compared to 3.17 billion, and you can literally see the spike that corresponds with her album drop on the 25th, 25.4 million views that day, and an upward trend since then, so it's factually incorrect to say she's been the highest before her album. The data clearly shows otherwise, 4.45 to 3.17 billion, and even with the release of her project, the last 3 months show Eminem hanging on 1.01 to 1.27 billion. But that doesn't stop people from trying to downplay something extremely impressive for an artist from the 90s. And as usual, many are asking, laughing my bum off, how is Eminem still getting this many views? It's like the other users said, Doja is experiencing hype right now, Eminem isn't. And more, who is watching Eminem this much in 2021? Who's gonna tell him that they are actually the minority? Moving on to the next topic today, Eminem just announced new merch, and first it's ironic because we just covered a report that revealed that Eminem is the most expensive artist to be a fan of, and hours later new merch drops again. But what's more interesting about this is it's been linked to an album drop incoming, and some fans explained how this could be linked to a new release. One user states, Eminem released his Rag & Bone collection merch 1.5 months before Kamikaze happened in 2018. It was the last time he released merch that wasn't for an album anniversary. And after the user asked, are we sure about that? Seems like M drops merch 5 times a year. most of the time for no reason other than to collect pesos. The user expands why it's different this time. Through the years, he did stand capsule for MMLP, Slim Shady LP 20, UFC and Eminem few months ago, Music to be Murdered by plus Side B merch, Kamikaze merch and the Versus capsule for MMF, he hasn't done a collab with a fashion designer slash company since Rag & Bone though, and others are also connecting the dots. And let's remember that one of the Rag & Bone pieces had Kamikaze written on it before Eminem dropped the album. So essentially be on the lookout on the 2nd of September when this drops. We could even spot the title for the next album without knowing it. And this news coincides with the rumors for a release anytime from now to October. And if nothing drops in October, it will be a replay of October 2020 when fans expecting Side B took an L of epic proportions, but it was short-lived. That will be all. Comment below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.